Hi, welcome. It's the Dance of Oneness podcast. I'm your host, Amy Shine, Access Consciousness Facilitator and Movement Facilitator. So, this is episode 4 of the Dance of Oneness podcast, and I've had a couple of guests on the last few weeks. And this week I am flying solo, and I wanted to cover a topic tonight that comes up for a lot of people in steps to create money for classes. So whether it's a class you want to take or something you want to purchase, maybe something for your life or your business, you can apply these 4 steps to creating that. And you can apply it to anything. I'm speaking in reference to classes because I facilitate a lot of Access Consciousness classes. And I also take a lot of Access Consciousness classes. And I have seen over time the points of views that come up for people, including myself, when I go to choose something or when I want to take a class. I see the points of views that come up that stop me from choosing it. And I've also taught myself kind of some tricks in overcoming that. And I wanted to share this with you all tonight, and for anyone listening in the future, to creating whatever it is you desire, actualizing it with total ease. So first off, get the energy of something that you want to have in your life, right? Whether it's you're looking at buying a new car, or you want to go to take, say you want to take the foundation class. It's a 4-day class with Access, or you want to go on a holiday, even though nobody's going on holidays at the moment. We're in coronavirus time. Or say you, there's something big anyway you want to choose, and it's beyond maybe your comfort zone. Maybe it's beyond something you've chosen before. So if there's something, like, get the energy of it. And then what the number one thing we stop ourselves with is we look at the money. And that's the number one thing we do, is we look at the money and we go, oh, I don't have the money, so I can't have that. Or I need to wait until I have the money. So my number one, the first tip in the first step in creating money for anything is choose it first. Don't wait until you have the money. Choose it first, and then you'll create the money. So number one thing I see people stop themselves with is they look at the money, however much the class is going to cost, or however much the new house is going to be, or the car. And then they go, oh, I don't have the money, so I need to wait until I have the money. And then they wait. But the thing is, when you're waiting, you don't actually create. So don't wait until you have the money. Choose it first. And then when you choose it, everything in the universe starts contributing to you. And it's like you just kind of upgrade your life. So I never had the money for anything until I had to choose it first. So even say you want to take a class and you're like, oh, I don't have the money. Well, if you actually make the choice, like, no, okay, I'm not going to wait until I have the money. I'm going to choose it. And then I'm going to really choose it now, not just be like, oh yeah, I'd like that new house, or oh yeah, I'd like to go to that class. You got to really choose it. Like, I'm having this. And it's this energetic, conversation. And it's also like an energetic, energetic shift you make with you and the universe, where you're like, I'm having that. I'm choosing that. It's not just I'm choosing it, it's I'm having it. I'm having it no matter what it takes, no matter what I have to do or be or let go of, I'm having it. And that energetic choice then starts to shift everything else in your life. So it's like your life gets an upgrade, because you're like saying to the universe, like, I'm not waiting until I have the money. I know I choose. And if I choose it and I'm really choosing it, I can create it. So number one tip, choose it. Don't wait, just create. Nurhan's brilliant. She said, it's like ordering online. Yeah, kind of. So it's like, choose it. Don't wait until you have the money. Choose it first, and make that energetic demand of yourself. And then, well, that brings me into number 2. Number 2's second step is make the demand. So first you choose it. You don't wait. You don't let the money stand in your way. 3 greatest excuses people use not to choose something is, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, and I'm sick. They're the 3 greatest excuses we use for not choosing. So if you take money out of the equation and you don't leave money stop you from choosing, if you, number 1, make the choice, don't wait until you have the money, make the choice first. And then number 2, make the demand. Demand of yourself, no matter what it takes, you're going to have this. No matter how long it takes, no matter what's required of you, you're having this. And then you demand of yourself, and then you request of the universe. So when you make that demand of yourself, you're again demanding that you step up, you become more, you become greater. And then when you make the demand of yourself, then you request of the universe. The 2 kind of work together. You don't demand of the universe. It's not up to the universe to come and just give you this thing. It's up to you to demand that you're going to have it. And then number 3 is action. Okay, so you make the choice, you choose it, then you make the demand of yourself, and then action. What action is required of me today to create this right away? So it may be then where, because you've made this greater choice and you've made this demand for more in your life, then you start asking, okay, what action can I take? And maybe you start to get more awarenesses around, oh, I could teach a class here, or I could offer my services here, or I could add this revenue stream to my life. And so you start to, your life, like I said, gets that upgrade where you start to get different awarenesses of where else you could be receiving. And so a lot of times is that, like, say if you're looking at, okay, like I want to go to this class, or I'd like to buy this new car, like the money might not come in like one linear place. Like when you make the choice and you make the demand of yourself, like the money might start showing up in different ways. New clients might start showing up for you, new revenue streams. And then that's you also acknowledging, well, you've made this choice for something greater in your life. And now everything in your life is starting to expand. So number 3, action. So like when I first took my first foundation class, like before I took it, I had no idea how I was going to get the money for it, but I chose it. Like I just knew, I was like, I'm having this no matter what it takes. I knew I required to be at that class. I knew I required to be there, and I made the choice, and I was like, no matter what it takes, I'm choosing this, I'm having this. And I made the demand of myself. And then every day I was like, okay, what action, what can I do and be today to create this right away? So I didn't just choose it once, I chose it, I kept choosing it, because you know, things would come up, like doubt would come up, or, oh my God, I don't think I can really do this. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get the money for this. Oh, how am I going to do this? So all these things would come up in my mind to try and decay me, distract me, tell me I can't do it. But everything in your mind is a lie, and everything in your mind is a limitation. So if that stuff comes up, it's just like kind of just like interesting point of view. I have that point of view, or destroy and uncreate the point of view that you can't have it, or that you won't get it in time. And then ask, okay, if I wasn't feeding into these lies, what action could I take right away? What else can I choose? What else can I create? And so, you know, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, says, you know, you don't have any problems. You just have a lack of creation. So it's always like, what else can I add? What else can I create? And then number 4, receive. Okay. This is the bit that we kind of tend to not do, is receive. So if you're making this choice for something greater in your life, you're choosing it, you're not waiting anymore, you're making the demand of yourself, you're showing up more in your life, you're asking what action can you take, you're taking action, whether it is seeing new clients, putting your business online, whatever it is, you're taking action. And then you've also got to receive. So receive how this shows up. And again, it won't come in, it won't show up in a way that you could ever figure out with your mind. It won't show up in a linear way. So be aware if you've made this choice for something greater in your life, and you're showing up more and you're taking action, and then things start showing up, like maybe new clients start showing up, or money starts showing up in different ways. Put that money away for what you've actually just chosen. So if you ask for money for consciousness, use the money for consciousness. I'll tell you a little story. I just found the tools of Access. A friend of mine, Rachel O'Brien, introduced them to me. And I wanted to take the bars class, the Access bars class. It was in Ireland at the time. It was in euros. I can't remember how much. It might have been like 250 euro at the time, which was a lot of money for me. I was in college. I wasn't working. I didn't have any really good income. And so it was a lot of money. So I said to the universe, okay, universe, I would really like to be at this class. Like, what's it going to take? Like, what would it take for the money to show up? And then like a couple of weeks later, I found out I got Student of the Year, and I got a check. I got I think it was like 200 euros. So like I got most of the money for the class. Well, I let my mind come in and tell me, well, don't bother taking that class. You don't really want to go to that class. That class isn't going to do anything for you. And I went and I took the money and I used it to buy an iPad. Well, a couple of weeks later, my iPad broke. So if you ask for money for consciousness, whatever you're asking for the money for, use the money for that, because it's like you've made this choice and you're like, oh, I'm choosing this thing. And then the universe comes in to contribute to you. And then you're like, actually, no. And then you go and use the money for something else that you don't even require, that doesn't even really create change in your life. So if you ask for money for consciousness and the money starts showing up, put it away and use it for what you've asked it for. That's a lesson I learned the hard way. My iPad broke. I never even really got to use it. So that is really kind of like it. It's actually it's not that hard. The challenging piece is not feeding into your mind and not feeding into the lies in your head. So demand it of yourself. Make the choice. Don't wait, just create, right? Don't wait for the money. The money will show up after you choose it and when you start taking action. So make the choice, then demand of yourself, then request of the universe. Then take action. Ask every day, what can I do and be? And then also choose it every day. So that was another thing I kept doing too. I kept choosing it every day. It wasn't something I just chose once and then I forgot about it. I kept re-choosing it and then making demand every day of myself that I was going to have this. And that is still how I choose a lot of things. I have to keep choosing them and keep demanding them and keep demanding of myself that I'm going to have this. And then take time out of the equation, because we put time in there to try and limit us, to try and tell us, oh, it's not possible, or you won't get there in time, or you can't create that money in that short of time, or whatever. So the time is a lie. It slows you down. Everything in your head is a lie. It's designed to limit you. Destroy and uncreate all that stuff as it come up, and then go back to question. What else can I choose? What else can I create? What else can I add? And then allow yourself to receive. Melt into receiving, and then relax into receiving too. You know, for a long time, I used to work really hard and try and figure everything out and force everything into existence. You don't have to do that. You can relax into receiving and trust you, and also trust the universe is there and the universe has your back, even if your head doesn't think so. So play with those 4 tricks. Choose it. Don't wait. Make the demand, choice, question, take action, and then relax into receiving. It sounds really like I'm making it, condensing it down, but these are tools you can play with every day in your life as you're choosing greater. Okay, guys, that was my 4 steps to creating money for classes with ease. And I'm sure I'll follow it up with some more podcasts on this topic, but this is just to get you started. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week with a guest, and not sure who the guest is yet, but if you have any requests, let me know. And Nirhan said, it's too easy. Yeah, it is It's so easy, you probably won't use it. It is very easy. And that's the mantra of access consciousness. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Creation is easy. Choice is easy. We have made it difficult. Our minds have made it difficult. So what if you could actually remember how it was you used to create as a child? Like as a child, if there was something you desired, like maybe it was a new toy or a new dress or something, look how quickly you would create it. You would create it very quickly as a child because you didn't have all those limited points of views in the way of what's not possible and how long it's going to take. So what if you could have that ease of creation again? What if it could be that easy, that simple, and that magical? All right, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on iTunes or Spotify, and if you'd like to subscribe, if you're listening on iTunes, you want to subscribe and write me a review, I would be very grateful. See you next week. Bye for now.